before we do it for real in August. Back to Joe Morrell it goes. The Welsh international skips past Danny Wright, lays it off to Clark Robertson, who dinks one into the channel, where Sadie will chase. It's seen out by Josh Pastley, and the Hawks will get started with an early throw on the far right-hand side. Really goes unnoticed that this is the fixture that probably generates the most money for the football club all season long, barring a miraculous FA Cup run, as Ronan Curtis lines one up from 25 yards and forces a good save out of Ross Warner down to his right. But as I was saying, maybe a chance here to show he can cut it at that level. Flag stays down against Ronan Curtis, squared across the area. Good block in there from that man, Joe Newton, who slides in front of Marcus Harness, who was looking to stride into the bottom corner. And just as we were singing his praises, Joe Newton answers the call. Danny Wright controls the ball 25 yards from goal, out to James Roberts, left of centre. Roberts on his left foot, he's going to strike towards Bass, straight into the chest of the Portsmouth goalkeeper. First real shot on target for Havant Waterlooville. Went the way of a goal scorer in this fixture last year, James Roberts, but he couldn't find his mark from just left of centre outside the edge of the 18-yard box. So to switch it is getting me a little bit muddled up over my words as we begin this fixture. Thompson to Harness, great first time ball round the corner to Tunnicliffe to the byline, looking for a cross, squeaks it over the line via a deflection from Joe Osler, and Portsmouth take the lead. It will probably go down as a Joe Osler own goal, but Tunnicliffe created it. It was a clever ball round the corner from Marcus Harness. Tunnicliffe had time and space just along the edge of the byline near the 6-yard box. He looked to square it back across goal. It went between the legs of Joe Osler and deflected past Ross Warner. And it's the League One side that, rather unsurprisingly, take the lead in this one. Havant Waterlooville's determined first half eventually comes to an end. Back to Louis Thompson, to Sean Raggett, Marcus Harness in acres of space on the right-hand side, and backwards it goes to Marcus Harness. Harness, good-looking delivery from the right-hand side. Curtis rushes in, and Ronan Curtis scores at the far post. It was a brilliant delivery from Marcus Harness, and the Irish winger made no mistake from 6 yards, charging at the ball, launching himself at it, and it deflects off the winger more than anything and finds its way past Ross Warner. Pryor finds Clifford, he's being pressured by Sadie, tries to cleverly turn in midfield. Sadie's taken off him. Sadie's going to try and lob Ross Warner from 40 yards and looked pretty close to doing so, but it sails over the bar. Standing over it, a left footer certainly suits the left foot of Liam Vincent. 2 yards from the edge of the area, right by that right hand corner as we're sitting. A good place for free kick. 3 in the Hawks wall. It will be Vincent. It's a great effort which finds the back of the net. What a goal from Liam Vincent. A brilliant strike over the top of the Havant Waterlooville wall directly from the free kick. Ross Warner with very little chance to do anything with that one, and it's 3-0 Portsmouth already. To our right, Roberts to Newton, skips round a challenge, puts it across towards Jason Pryor, over him and over Wisdom as well, cleared to Benny Reid, into Gio Critchlow in the penalty area, looping across towards Danny Wright, whose header flashes over the bar. Best chance of the second half for the Hawks. Gio Critchlow just lifting one onto the head of Danny Wright, ran onto it. You would have banked on him to score from there, but just comes off his forehead and goes over the Portsmouth goal. Right foot on the inside of the penalty area, but just forced backwards to Paul Rooney momentarily. Good feet from Joe Newton round his man. Here comes Joe Newton, the left back, still in towards Danny Wright. Can he force a shot towards goal? Does force a shot, but it's not near the goal of Portsmouth, and behind it goes for a goal kick to Joshua Olowieni. Ando heads only as far as Roberts, into Jamie Collins. Collins looks backwards for Rooney, loses out to Gifford. Gifford bringing it forward. Overlapping run comes from Reid. Strike towards the back post, goes wide. Never really troubling Charlie Searle. Reid does very well to not only keep it in play but bring it the other way for the Blues though. Bridgman over halfway on the left-hand side. Jewett White's overlapping. Jewett White into the area, towed into the path of Burrell on the far right-hand side, and a good save from Charlie Searle in the end denies Burrell what should have been an easy goal for the Blues. Still going as Burrell, looking to squeeze it across the 6-yard area, eventually cleared by Havant Waterlooville. Here comes Sukjae Lee for the Hawks. Into James Roberts, now in Jake McCarthy's number 7 shirt. Back to Sukjae Lee, flag stays down. South Korean in the area, taking on Minoga, curls one on his right foot, but hits the stand behind the goal. and how much would he have loved a goal against the club he used to play for the academy of in Portsmouth. Haji Minoga picks it up and strides forward, but that will do it for these two sides. Pre-season opener